Okay, thanks so much for checking this out. My name is Chris Collins. I'm with eXp Realty, and I just want to show you why this is the absolute best choice for selling your home. All right. So one thing has always been true with the seller objectives, and that's to get your highest net price in the shortest amount of time with the least amount of hassles. Am I right? Yes, always. I've never had a seller tell me, no, that's not what I want. I don't want the highest price or the shortest in the shortest amount of time. But the hassles has always been a big one too. So they've always had sellers telling me about their hassles. You clean the house, the agent doesn't show up, or the agent walks through for about 2 seconds, walks right back out. It's a hassle to sell your house, and we know that, and we're here to show you a better way. So I know that you've all probably understand what the expired list is. Maybe some of you have been on the expired list. One thing is for sure is typically they means that they have chose the wrong agent to work with. They allowed them to fail and not get their home sold. All right. Well, in the past, you've had three options: for sale by owner, which is you can do that. Typically, sell a house for about 13% less than a house that's actually on the market. Because when you're for selling by owner, you're not really on the market. You can do a cash sale, which is and I'll show you this in a minute. We have a really great cash sale offer. However, obviously the person that's doing a cash sale is an investor and wants to make money. So there's going to be some fees involved with that. Probably not, you're not going to get the most amount of money. So FSBO, big hassle. Cash sale, not going to get the most amount of money. A traditional sale actually could be both. If you start your pricing high and you have people coming in, a couple people a week coming in, that's a hassle, and you're not going to get the most amount of money for your home. And we'll show you that in a minute here. So our best cash offer option, so a really great option, is we'll buy your house, the appraised value. You receive about 90% of the proceeds up front. You can lease it back for up to 12 months. At the end of the 12 months, if you get the remaining 10% that we've held back, plus any additional value that the home gained over the last 12-month period. Now, of course, if the home decreased in value, we're going to take that out of that 10% as well. And plus, there are some fees involved. Like I was saying earlier, these are investors. They want to make some money. And so there will be some fees involved. But as far as a cash offer is concerned, this is a very good one. Now you have a fourth option. Now, the best part about our Homeboss system here is a 100% transparent process, netting you the most amount of money. All right. So let me ask you a quick question. Are you comfortable paying a commission to from your equity to a buyer's agent whose job it is to negotiate against you and get the best price and terms for their buyer? It's their fiduciary duty to do that, to negotiate against you. So that's money you directly deducted from your proceeds at closing. Are you open to a better way so you can keep more of your equity? The benefits of using a Homeboss is simple. We have a simple sales process. Your home is under contract in about 14 days. The buyer pays the commission of their own agent. Which is huge. That leaves more money in your pocket. Having a deadline, so we have deadlines to create buyer urgency. You set the terms so you can plan your life accordingly. You receive the actual market value of your house. All right, and we're going to talk about that in just a minute. What actual market value means. So there's no hassles like random showings that never arrive. It's much more convenient. You don't have to keep your house clean for weeks at a time. We have one open house weekend, and we'll show you that in a second too. So that's your only inconvenience there is one weekend. And you have no worries because we have experienced staff that we promote and sell your home. So the four keys to our success: advertising and promotion. We have a massive advertising campaign that goes out. Huge is the right starting price. We have to start the right starting price, which will create buyer competition. That's the key to getting the most amount of money in your house and getting that market value that we talked about earlier, getting the highest market value for your house. This is a transparent offer process, so all your buyers will know what the other buyers offering, and they'll be able to increase that. Obviously, just about every agent on the planet does this. Maybe not as much as we do, but they do. Everybody syndicates to a bunch of different websites. It's a very easy, simple thing to do. Actually syndicates right out of the MLS. So this isn't a big deal, but just wanted to show you, obviously you're going to get web syndication. So it'll be on a lot of different platforms. All right. Our advertising and promotion overview here. So we have a mega open house that is going to, it's just what it is. We have 60, 70, 80 people coming through on an open house weekend. Typically, we'll do a professional photo shoot. We have a direct mail campaign, social media exposure, internet exposure, video exposure, which means we get you videos ranked on page 1 of Google. And we do that pretty quickly. Text prompt, texting promotions, telephone calls, email campaigns. So internal promotion of every buyer in the MLS, local and national, global reach. Local, national, and global reach through EXP is a global company. All right, this is our checklist that we go through every time. It's a 24-point checklist that we do with every home that gets that we put on this platform. All right, so in the future, let me back up. It is all about pricing. So there is only really, pricing is so important. How you price your house on the market. So there's 3 strategies of pricing. Price high, and you will attract less buyers. If you price at market, you'll attract a fewer more buyers. But if you price below market, the maximum amount of buyers will come in and start a bidding war. Just which one looks more, which one will attract more buyers? 450, 500, 600,000 for the same house. You're going to get a lot of buyers through the door at that 450 mark, won't you? And this has been around for a long time. Science of pricing has been here for a long time. So when you put your house on the market at market value, you're going to get about 60% of all of the buyers, all the potential buyers that will come look at your house will see your house. If you 10%, 20%, 15% above, you're only going to get 10 to 30% of all of the buyers that are available for your house. But when you price it 15% below, look at that, you get 90% of all of the buyers that are looking at a house that are potential buyers. So 90% of all of the buyers, that looks like something that we need to get, right? The more buyers, the better. Because we think of it as like fishing. You want your first buyer, you want the best buyer, right? So when you have one buyer, they're going to negotiate your price down. But when you have many buyers, they bid the price higher. It just makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, how do we create buyer competition? We drive massive amounts of buyers to your home. It's simple as this is a real picture of one of our mega open houses and all of our buyers waiting in line to see our home on the market. Okay, these are some of their success stories here. So starting price, $450,000 on this. We wound up selling it, and as you can see here, wound up selling it for $583,000. The buyer right there paid his own agents, and they wound up paying $617,000 for this house. It appraised for $570,000, but they came in with the extra cash on this particular one. That won't always happen, of course. But what is that a better problem to have? Is you're selling your house for more than it actually will appraise for, or you're struggling to get your appraised value? Here's another success story here. It started at $255,000 and actually wound up selling for $371,000. Appraised for $350,000. Here's another one. 350 is where we started. We sold for 427,000 on this one. This one here, 24 offers, started at 250, wound up at 366. All right, you can see that it does work. That why do the government sell this way? Why do banks sell this way? Because it creates competition. It creates buyer competition. So that's how we would like to sell your house and help. It's really easy to get started. You have an initial meeting, which you'll be able to schedule a meeting with me here real soon, and we'll just go over any questions you have, and we get authorized the marketing agreement. We establish the price. We prepare your home for the weekend open house. Have our online offers submitted, and you are in complete control because you can accept, reject, or counter the many multiple offers that we'll have on your house. You are in control. Once you accept an offer, we'll go open up escrow and close. All right, this is the simple way that the Homeboss works. Here's an example of a schedule. So if we had the marketing agreement signed on a Monday, we'll actually enter it in on Wednesday. We'll have I typically don't do the agent open house because I like all my agents to come in on the open house weekend with their clients. Okay, so this is where we're going to stand out, get 60, 70, 80 people, even 100 people through your house. They will have to get all of their paperwork. So we have to know that they are qualified, right? So we have to know that they are qualified. They have to have all their paperwork in. They can start bidding on as soon as the open house is over is when they'll start bidding. The deadline will be here, 7 p.m. deadline. And once the deadline ends, and don't worry, it will continue to, the clock will continue to roll as people are continuing to bid. So sometimes it doesn't end until 7:30 or even 7:45 or 8 o'clock. Once we have that, we'll have a summary of all the offers that came in. We'll be able to tell you what offers came in and which one's going to net the most. All right, and once we net the most, see which one we net the most, you pick the offer, we open escrow, and we're off to the races to get your home closed. I hope this helps you understand how nicely and convenient that this process is. Hey, the world's finest art, classic cars, yachts, everything are sold at auction, so why not your home, right? It's easy. Again, we'll just get the agreement authorized and start implementing the marketing blitz and figure out the dates that we want to do the open house and when the best time for you is. So I am so grateful for you to sit in here on this quick presentation of what Homeboss can do for you and what me, Chris Collins, the Collins Home Team can do for you. Just fill out the form and we will get started.